Squelching Leech on turn 4 and laugh as they try to kill my 4/4 that turns into
a 5/5 that turns into 6/6.
Just doesn't die. But in this matchup, that's not what you want to do. Because
you want to be fast. You want
to be fast. Like, that's how you're going to win the game. You're not going to try to, like, kill my opponent who has Banishing Light, Aether Spouts, and Hostilities. Like, all these cards with Squelching Leeches.
Yeah, you want to be... You want to go fast. Got to go fast.
I just want to go fast.
It's just... And to be said... Charles, in this previous game, in Game 2, used his resources incredibly well for being at 9 health and having to pain land himself a whole bunch. Did a super good job.
He played well. He sequenced his cards correctly. He did things in upkeep when he needed. So like his opponent used the mana on his turn.
On top of that, dig through time, super powerful.
Yeah, man, especially when it. Especially when it sees all gas in one land.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dig through time of legends.
That was a good dig through time. I wish I had dig through times like that.
I wish I did too, but I don't play that card anymore.
Yeah, it's not in the blue-white heroic list.
So
this would be Game 3 we're going into. It didn't look like they switched out too many cards.
I think Nick went back to his aggro deck.
I think he did too.
Yeah, so
he's on the Sanic. The Sanic train, as they would say, the gotta go fast train. Yeah,
but I mean, Charles is sideboarded for an aggro deck, so this should be the matchup we were expecting after Game 1.
After Game 1, yeah, you're probably right.
And Nick's on the play here, so I do like Nick in this game here, just being on the play and going back to his aggressive deck, but we'll see.
I'd almost like a few more cards in Charles' sideboard to I don't know. I've always gone along, and this is for people who played Magic a long time, and especially if you keep track of like what happens at Worlds. If you've ever seen like a lot of the Asian country sideboards, like Japan. Japan is known for having a lot of 1-ofs in their sideboard, especially maybe even land cards, and I kind of like that. I like the 1-of sideboard tech that they do. And Charles' sideboard is good, but there are other cards I would have liked to have seen possibly. Like if I'm playing 2 Stoke the Flames. Maybe I want to get a token generator of some sort. Maybe I want to play like a Manus Rider. I
mean, there's something to be said about playing like a bunch of 1-ofs in your sideboard when you're playing a card like Dig Through Time. Just
sure.
Because it gives you such good card selection.
Correct.
And if like you're playing 1-ofs, the chances are that in the matchup they're just insane. That's why they're like, if you draw them, they're insane.
Yes.
And you pretty much just win. So with the card selection of Dig Through Time, I could see the merit in playing a bunch of 1-ofs where it's just like, I win.
It's the same situation when you look at modern pod decks. Like, the fact that they can pod into a majority of their sideboard cards, they can play a 1-of.
Right. Like, so, I think both players are keeping. Looks like Nick has a turn 1 play, which is about as good as you could ask for. And it's going to be
Gnarled Scarhide.
Gnarly Scarhide.
I like that card.
I like it too, but not the best of the 1-drops you could play. I think
probably
Tormented
not.
Hero and
the Bloodsoaked Champion is probably your pinnacle of 1-drops. Yeah. I think Brian Kibler all showed us the way that you really play Gnarled Scarhide, and that's if your opponent has a blocker, you bestow your Gnarled Scarhide on their blocker, and then you kill them.
Yeah. So I think Nick's going to attack for 2 here and then play a Pain Seer. Hopefully Charles, for his sake, has a untapped land so he can Lightning Strike this Pain Seer, or else Nick's going to start gaining card advantage. Nick has some pretty good cards in his hand. Boon of Erebos, Master of the Feast, Thoughtseize, and another land.
I'd like to see an Anger the Gods from Charles here. I mean, coming up on his turn 3. He's got the Lightning Strike to take care of the Pain Seer.
Master of the Feast is going to be difficult for Charles, I think.
That's true.
Looks like he did bring in Hushwing Gryff, which, like I said, trades with stuff, but it doesn't trade favorably in terms of tempo.
Yeah.
Like, you're spending 3 mana to trade with their 2/1s that cost 1 mana. Doesn't seem amazing. So I think Charles here is going to Lightning Strike the Pain Seer. And it's correct to do it now to play around Boon of Erebos.
Yep.
Heady play by Charles there, because that is not something most people would have done. I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but if you're going to kill stuff, just do it when your opponent's tapped out and you can kill him.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
So I imagine if I'm Nick here, I'm just going to jam my 5/5
into open mana. I mean,
he didn't have open mana. He's tapped out. I mean, just jam my 5/5.
Yeah,
I just jammed the 5/5. Yeah, it's going to draw my opponent a card, but it's also going to kill my opponent in 3 turns. So
It's a big beater, for sure. So, I mean, he's got some choices.
So he's going to Thoughtseize, which I don't like. Especially because it's...
Wow.
Well, I guess it worked out. Nick's going to hit the erase, which would have blown up our 5/5.
Yep.
So Charles' hand kind of stinks.
It's not.
Disdainful Stroke. So this is the situation here now where Charles has cards that I don't think are very good in his hand, and Disdainful Stroke. He saw the Whip of Erebos game 1. He saw the Squelching Leeches, or game 2. He saw the Squelching Leeches. So I imagine he didn't board them out, I guess, or brought them back in.
I mean, does he have?
He has
3 main boards. So
this is a race, and it's not close. But this is Nick is going to a nice play for Nick, as he's going to be able to play his Spiteful Return tier 2.
And get both creatures on board.
Yeah.
Without fear. I mean, I guess Charles can have a super good top deck here.
Yeah, he can.
Rip and Anger of the Gods.
Rip and Anger of the Gods. I think he had an untapped mountain.
He did. Nope. That looked like an End Hostilities. Which isn't bad, but...
It's not awful.
Was I correct? I'm not...
I don't think it's an End Hostilities.
Was it not?
It could be a Banishing Light.
Charles not showing us any info.
Yeah. So we'll see. He's going to play a mountain in his hand. So he's got Jeskai Charm, Temple, Disdainful Stroke. I think I want to say that's a Banishing Light. So upkeep.
Oh.
After you draw,
Spiteful Return to the
Banishing
top.
Light your guy, or Jeskai Charm your guy.
Sure.
All right. We're going to attack for 2.
Did he mean to do that on...
No, he did it correctly. So that way Nick doesn't draw it this turn.
Sure. Gives you one more turn to kind of...
Yeah. So now Nick's going to play that Master.
Yep.
Yeah. This card's going to be a problem for us. That erase was looking real good.
The erase was strong.
So hopefully we can draw another erase here. And so
there's an End Hostilities. Oh, man.
So we are going to end Hostilities next turn.
Well, he can see what he can draw here. Oh, ship it. Yeah. Give yourself the potential to draw an out to the Master. That's great.
But, here's the issue. Moon of Erebos is super good against End Hostilities.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So we'll see if Nick has the option to just,
5, 6, 7. Yeah. Holy cow.
I assume Nick's not going to play any creatures.
Dropping down to 6.
If he plays both these creatures...
It's not good.
It's real bad.
It's very bad. What did he draw off the Master of Feast?
I don't know. Did he draw off the Master of Feast?
He should have.
Yeah.
I didn't see if he
That is a trigger you
drew.
cannot miss.
So he's going to untap. Oh, boy.
There's a Banishing Light.
Ooh.
So
that's
I think
good,
you just
too.
play the Banishing Light, and then keep this train rolling.
Is that what you do? Oh, you have Disdainful Stroke up, but what does that do for you?
Doesn't do
Doesn't
anything.
hit anything, yeah. And you're at 6.
Just play the Banishing Light on the Master.
Yeah.
Take the 2. Try to get Nick to... we're just not in a good spot, because that Master hit us. I don't know.
Boy, that erase would have been it, huh?
Charles is going to show some discipline here and play around Boon of Erebos, which is real impressive.
Smart. Very smart. Oh, I guess he could put him into a situation where now Nick feels like he has to...
I mean, once again, this is the situation where, your opponent has nothing on board, and he is dead within 3 attacks, so I just don't think there's any reason to play any more creatures. I'm just going to keep poking him with this 2/1.
With this one guy, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we also could just play Spiteful Return and then still hold up Boon of Erebos.
Is he going to play both?
I can't imagine he plays both. Both is so bad for us. It's not awful, though, because we drew Mogus' Marauder. So, that's a hasty threat. And I think Charles is just going to end Hostilities, going to get booned, and then he's just going to die on the backswing from
Nick is relying on that boon, so he's going to see it. He says, "All right." He's going to read the fact that creatures
that is not
can be regenerated. Regenerate your Spiteful Return. That's not good.
Yeah.
+2/+0. It'll regenerate him, so he'll tap. Nick will go to 15.
So yeah, that Master of the Feast hitting Charles was...
That was it. I think that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so Nick correctly playing Thoughtseize instead of just running his guy out there.
Smart.
I would have lost this game. But yeah, Nick's...
I mean, I would have too, because I would have been playing the Jeskai list, but
yeah,
He's going to show on the Marauder, show you the dig. Oh,
So that is the game.
oh, show me something good on top.
No,
That's it. There's nothing. The dissolve.
a lot of
Oh man.
lot of garbage.
I feel like that round was actually okay. I liked the plays from Charles. Game 2, I thought he played really
I
well.
thought he played pretty well there too.
This mono black aggro deck, I don't know if I'm sold on it.
Yeah.
But I definitely like it more in its aggro version than in that weird mid-range version. Like that version's strange.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Right there, like Nick was able to like control the game.
Yes.
Because he's dictating how the game is being played.
Correct.
And so like he's playing like more of a control. He played more of a controlling deck, playing the aggro deck because he's dictating everything that's happening. So I have no idea why he sideboarded to that weird mid-range thing.
I'm not sure either.
In the second game, but luckily for him, he figured it out there in the end, and it looks like he'll be moving on to our top 8.
Which is coming up. We've got top 8 shortly.
So unfortunately for you and Charles, this is the last time. Tonight we will probably see Narset the Enlightened Master. Karanos, God of the Storms.
When I edit the highlights tomorrow, we will definitely see Narset again, and I will see her ripping Elspeth. Elspeth, something off the top, kill you.
Yeah.
But I mean, besides that, we've got SCG regionals coming up. February 7th, we are Nerd Rage Gaming hosting SCG regionals here in Chicago. $5,000 cash prize. You can head over to nerdragegaming.com right now to sign up. First 200 players to register receive the limited edition SCG regional playmat, which features all those cute little buddies right there. That's a pretty sweet dig. Plus your chance to win a piece of $5,000 in cash, which is something I know Matt's pretty excited about. You like that prize pool, don't you?
I do like that prize pool. Unfortunately, I think I'll be sitting with you and.
That's right. We'll be commentating
commentating that one.
My God.
Let me say, if you are coming out to the SCG regionals on February 7th, bring your basketball shoes.
You're right.
We might be able to get a game down there.
We could possibly play a game there.
See if I can throw up a couple million air balls. Yeah.
It'll be a good tournament.
Might be able to play a couple games of b-ball, maybe some 21, some horse after the tournament is over if you stick around.
You know what, the thing I like about these Star City tournaments, and especially this regional championships, which is new, because this will be the regionals for all of the Great Lakes areas. So even if you're not in Chicago, this will be if you're in Indiana, if you're in Michigan, if you're in Wisconsin, this will be the regionals you come to. Ottawa, sure, why not? Come on down. The price point's good, the tournament will be good, and you're going to have a good time. I mean, it's great Magic. So come out, we hope to see you. You can stop by the announcer's booth, say hi, meet us, talk to us about Magic and the Magic we don't play it that much anymore. So
how good looking we are.
That's true. We are very good looking.
You also, I can't forget this. I mean, how many opportunities do you get to win a freaking banner?
That's true. You
get a banner.
You get a banner I think you get a plaque too. Or
no, I think you get a banner.
Is it just a banner?
He's a plaque. I got a million plaques. Give me a banner.
You get a banner. All right. Well, we're going to be heading in top 8 shortly, so we'll be back in a minute. We're going to go talk to some of the guys out there, see what's going on, and we'll be back in probably about the 7-minute mark here. So see you guys soon.